bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for Bring 'em Out with your hosts, Joel Richardson and Alan Hill.
Hey everybody, we're here at the Sunnybrook Ballroom inside the Speakeasy for another episode of Bring 'em Out. I'm Alan Hill, here with Soul Joel himself, Joel Richardson, and tonight I'm going to introduce this man simply by saying the legend TuRae.
Oh man, thank you. Appreciate
Dude, and
you.
the legend.
Thank
so,
you, man.
so we said it on stage because right now he just finished performing a show.
Yes.
And you know there were some people heckling whatever, but I want to let you know like
There wasn't nobody heckling me.
No heckling.
It was heckling.
No.
It was a heckling energy. You got to be right with this. I wasn't getting no problems. I was cooking them motherfuckers. Can we curse? Can we curse?
And so were the openers. But
Yes, TuRae and friends was cooking them.
TuRae and friends, exactly. No, but the point is like there is people because over the pandemic we have been known at Soul Joel's to bring the best comics
Yes.
because our audiences appreciate them.
Yes, they do.
But then, as you know, because you've had friends and they bought because you've reinvented yourself so many times.
Yeah, man. Got to.
And I do drag brunches, but
don't.
you've done. All right, well.
No, you produce them or you do them.
First
I'm
of
just
all,
asking.
First of all, I don't know what that means.
I don't.
So if we could just skip over that. I
I've
don't know.
been to a few, but
No. But yeah. All right. But anyway, but I've been invited to a couple.
They're very profitable. They're very
Dude,
profitable.
but you've done comedy brunches.
Yes, because I don't know how to do drag. So
No, all right. Well, I don't either, but I don't know what.
But
Dude, we don't have to go toe for
but
toe right
I'm
out
not
the
telling
bat.
you like you don't know. You have to reinvent yourself,
Dude.
You have to.
But the fact is that a bunch of people that are on my side and on your side go, yo, this guy is trying to. He's trying to copy you. I go, he's calling himself Soul Comedy.
I have a brand called Soul Comedy.
Yeah.
And
I'm
for the
Soul,
longest,
and for
Soul
people
Joel
who are
has
familiar,
been
I'm Soul Joel.
But
Comedy.
you've been a standard doing your own thing, and like it's
But
so
you've been,
funny
but you're
because I never knew the other side until tonight. Like I always thought, like when I saw your shit, I was like, who the
no!
fuck
When
is
I
this
don't
guy
get laughs, that's
trying to
because I
steal
tell
my
people.
shit?
No. When I don't get laughs, I'll be like, that's why I got to produce it.
See, that's
So if you didn't know why this
But
side
Jake,
is,
I always wanted to do your show. I was
No,
like,
no.
well, he booking motherfuckers. Let me get on that joint.
Yeah.
So I could get in there and see why he
Joel's
trying
not
to
that
steal
funny,
my
but like,
shit.
yeah, that's why I got into producing.
I got you.
Yeah. No, but they were like, dude, this guy's copying you. I'm like, this guy mentored Kevin Hart and countless other comics. Like, dude, if anybody compares me to you, that's the ultimate
Appreciate
compliment.
that, man. Thank you.
Really?
man. That
Yeah,
means
I
a lot.
go. First of all, you just announced that you're about to turn 50.
Yeah, 50.
I mean, not to chop that.
It don't matter.
I mean, you
There's
look
nothing
good.
can do.
You look
can
good.
try to avoid
this
it.
is
It's coming.
This is HG.
It's coming, yeah.
HG.
50.
YouTube, and some people might just be listening on YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, or
listening, so you don't know how good I look.
I just said listening
That's
on
what it is.
YouTube, but I meant
They might not.
Apple
They might
Podcasts.
not see this beauty. They might
Yeah,
not dig.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I understand what you mean now. Yeah, I'm 50. I don't.
Not
people
yet
say I
50.
don't look,
No,
I
no,
mean,
no.
I will be 50.
Yeah.
People say I don't look 50, but if you've been looking at your face for 50, you be like, I look about 50.
Amazing.
But yeah, man, just drink more water. That's all.
Dude, you've been sitting down though. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
You're like stand up. No, we're sitting down.
No, well, I started. It was funny. We were just talking about that, and I had posted a clip from me being on Comic View in like 2013, and I sat down. That year, I happened to be writing for the show, so I was in every day with the crew, and I knew what my tape date was and schedule. So I went to the director, and I was like, "Hey, do you mind if I want to sit down during my set because they had to adjust the cameras,
Yeah.
for the shot."
I'm a little taller than most.
Right.
Not
So-
me, you.
Yeah. So when I sat down, a friend of mine, and I posted that video. A friend of mine hit me up. He's like, "Yo, don't get me wrong. I know you're funny. I know you've been doing your thing, legend, all that." He said, "But the fact that you sat down
Legend and all that.
on TV,
Yes.
like, bro, you know how big that is." And I was like, "Not really, but I wanted to do it."
Yeah.
So I try to challenge myself all the time, and it was a tribute again because a lot of times there are things that people would find distasteful.
Right.
But it truly started when I started sitting down during my sets was to pay tribute to the comedian Bill Cosby.
Okay.
I know what it is. I know
It's what
all
it
of
is.
the extra.
And by the way,
but I didn't want people to forget that this man had a
Yes.
special called Himself, where he sat down for an hour and a half and gave that crowd the business.
Amazing.
Yes.
And I
special.
just didn't want that to be forgotten. That art form still exists. So I started sitting down.
Dude,
you know,
and I'm a
that's it.
promoter.
Cool.
I'm like,
Yeah.
do you think it would be bad? They're like, absolutely.
Right.
Like, if you book Bill,
No,
it would be
you can't.
bad.
I'm telling you, Bill
Wait,
and R. Kelly.
How do you feel about it?
Kelly.
Well, there's no defense for a sexual predator.
Right.
I'm not even gonna get into that.
No.
Like, it's just
I didn't want you.
Right,
But
but
I'm
my
not
thing
soul
is,
comedy
like-
be the soul Joe comedy. What would you think if I booked him?
I know you going for the check. Because there's probably people that would come see him. Like it would probably
Yes!
sell out.
But here's the other
But
thing.
I just like
No
like,
good.
I'm good. Yeah,
No
I'm good on
good.
that. I don't need all that. But I will
I
say
don't need
this.
that either.
I will say this. Like you can't separate. You have to separate
Yes.
art from artists.
Yes.
You have to, because if you get into who some of these people are,
Yes.
Oh, you're done.
you be sitting in the dark.
You're
Like,
done.
you couldn't even read some
Yeah.
books nowadays
Yep.
if you really wanted to get into it. But I have daughters. I have a wife to be, and I just don't like sexual predators. Like,
Right.
You know,
No,
it's
I
like
get it. Yeah.
really. I'm a comedian. I'm a road comic. I've been out here a long time. I got a lot of kids. You know, I'm a black entertainer. So I'm not saying I'm
I
out
happen
here.
to also notice that.
Right. I'm not Captain Save-A-Ho, but I just don't think that you have to be a predator. And if you do, then you deserve all the shit that come with it. So,
But also, do I also love how the testing that you do, and you're like, I'm not a club guy,
nah,
and you're like, I'm not this, because that's actually where I got the nickname Soul Joel.
really.
Yeah, well, all right, don't act surprised. First of
Because
all,
you're not soulful.
Yeah. No, but yeah, and when you were like, I'm not like, it's all up in the club like this. So when you made that post, I go, I guarantee you're gonna be talking about this.
Yeah.
But then you did a whole Facebook and Instagram live
Yeah.
about how you don't like that anymore. Like
Yeah.
you're beyond that.
I'm just, I just, and it's so funny because me and Alan were talking about it. I said, I think as you get older, I don't feel like, oh my God, 50, I can't do this. I feel like I can do more because I have the clarity of this is who I am.
Yeah.
So I'm not in the club. I'm not a club guy because I don't like crowds. I really don't like, and it's like, oh my God, you're a comedian. How do you?
Yeah,
not
I
like
want to
crowds?
sell out.
Right, I haven't sold
But I
out
don't
show,
like- yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm looking at them. I can see them. They're in front of me. I don't like people behind me. Like, so it's like when you're in the clubs, people behind you, and they keep touching you. When you're my size, they keep touching you. It's like, yo, even when they don't have to, it's like, excuse me, big guy. Excuse me, big guy.
Oh, you think that's what it is?
Yes.
Because you're
I
big,
don't
they
know,
want-
when you big, they touch you, or they think they have to touch you, or
They find you, man.
Like, and I didn't understand it until Kareem. I'd watched the documentary about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Right,
I
right.
understand Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is a black man that think Kareem is 70 something. So as a child,
Right.
he was in the 60s,
Right.
and he said, when you're tall, people think they have the right to walk up to you and talk and start talking. He said, and in 1950, I had to answer because I'm a black boy.
Oh, no.
And so it's like I'm 6'5", but a white man walks up to me and goes, "Hey, boy," and he has to talk back. Well, it's not the same as it is now, but people definitely think when you're tall, it's a confidence. It's just, hey, blah blah blah. It's like I don't work here. Like people walk up to me. I remember I was coming in the Capitol Grill the other day.
By the way, appreciate your time here and also on the show.
Yeah.
The floor is yours.
Yeah. I was going to Capitol Grill, dude. I'm walking in.
Oh boy.
And the lady
No good.
gives me her keys. Like,
Yeah.
Here's my car. Are you going to get my car? I said, ma'am, I'm not the valet. But when you're tall and you have a certain, people feel safe. They immediately think to talk to you. So I've always had that. And so when I sit down and to still be able to command the attention of the room, it's the challenge to
Right.
me as a comedian. I want to always challenge myself. I always want to be reaching for something on stage. So.
Now,
very
let me,
cool.
like I told
That's
this
very
on the
cool.
podcast, but let me tell you a reverse because I need to, and I know you mentor a lot of people, and you sometimes they're for the first time.
Yeah.
You're basically telling them how to be a comic and the etiquette.
Yeah.
Now, I wish I had someone like you watching over me. And here's why, because I never told you the story. So I'm about to get it on camera because I did something I should have never done, okay? I am 6 months in, okay? I was at the Laugh House on South Street.
Oh.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to the Laugh House.
Yeah.
Do you know I own that sign?
What?
The sign that used to be.
I didn't know what you wanted to admit to, but I saw some social media posts.
That's mine. That's in the
whatnot.
garage.
But we'll
Go
get
ahead,
into
get
that.
to your story.
No, it's
Don't
fine.
forget, I want to hear this.
But
Go ahead.
yeah, I'm sure you do.
So you had to
But
laugh
it
at
wasn't about you, so you're like, let me tell you about what me. I get it.
Of course.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
But let me tell you what I did something so bad. Okay. I went on stage. Okay, and then afterwards, all of a sudden, like, please welcome a special guest, Keith Robinson. Wow. I was thanking lucky stars. I was 6 months in that I didn't have to follow him. Okay. Wow. Now, I told people on the podcast my first ever comedy show was seeing George Carlin at the Grand Ole Opry down in Nashville, not knowing what comedy was, anything like that, back in 1999. Wow. Then I was a sophomore in college. I was on a double date with one of my best friends, and we stumbled upon, which was the Comedy Cellar, okay? Not knowing what it was like. Do you want to go to the show? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I'm like, I just saw George Carlin down there. Let me go to this show. Dude, I saw Greg Giraldo, rest in peace.
Yes.
Dude, then
he hosted my Montreal New Faces show.
well,
Wow.
pick up that name you just dropped. Anyway, back to
Greg Giraldo, yeah.
Dude,
Wow.
Greg Giraldo. Then all of a sudden, Dave Attell.
Dave is my guy.
Dude, and these are all your friends.
Yeah, these are
I'm name dropping, but these are your friends. Then all of a sudden, Lisa Lampanelli.
Lisa's a great female comic, man.
Shout out to
Come a long
Media
way.
PA, Wanda Sykes.
Oh.
You know what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, and then Louis C.K.
Yeah. And what night was this? Was this like a Friday?
It doesn't matter.
No, because that's what I wanted to get into, because that could have been like a Tuesday. At the Cellar, that's like a Tuesday. You'd be like, what the fuck?
Absolutely.
Like on a Tuesday night at the Cellar, you'd be like Chappelle, Chris
Dude,
Rock.
I was a lost
Like,
white.
goddamn.
It's insane,
Dude.
man. Those
It's
lineups.
crazy.
Insane.
Yeah. So and then all of a sudden, Louis C.K. They're like, please, dude, Keith Robinson
Keith is
hosting.
great, yeah.
Be like,
Yeah, Keith is
please,
hosting.
please welcome. You've been a great crowd, Chris Rock. Dude, and I'm like 10 feet from Chris Rock. I'm like, dude, this is what New York's all about. Are you kidding me? This is amazing, right? And I'm like, this is it. This
While
is
he's
it.
on stage?
And I saw no. First of
Chris Rock was like,
fuck
This has
fuck
been
your
like-
laughter. Dude, because actually, while your show's going on, this dude, right before your show, this dude's laughing, and we had the Masonic
I fucked
Lodge
up the
in
Masons
the
with
ballroom,
my laugh.
and this dude before the show was laughing, and dude, their Masonic Lodge is giving their fucking, and they turn around like, dude, what's so funny? Because this guy was laughing before your show started, like, what's happening?
They're right in the middle of their opening ceremonies or some shit,
So
and I'm
back
howling.
to 1999, dude, I'm doing my open mic, right? And thank God, dude, Keith Robinson showed up 5 minutes after I went on. He went right after me because I would have been buried, dude. My jokes can't last now, but dude, Keith Robinson,
yeah, back then.
dude. So Rod, owner of the Laugh House,
Yes.
I walked over, dude. I'm a couple of fucking vodkas in, and I went over. I go, Keith, man, dude, you were this close.
You hit him with the.
dude. I hit him with stuff.
You all look alike.
No.
Even dumber.
Wait. First of all, no and no.
You said you went over to Mr. Rod and was like, Keith.
Dude, no, but not
Were you
that
talking
or
to
not
Keith
that.
or you were talking to Rod?
I was talking to both of them.
Well, oh, okay. So go
I
ahead.
was talking to whoever would listen.
All right.
But
So
I
what
went
did he say?
to Keith. I go, Keith, you're like right there.
You said that?
Dude, first of all.
No, that's so. No, not bad. Wait, 'cause
No,
let me tell you.
but I'm asking for your
Keith
advice
is no,
now.
but okay, because Keith is like our uncle. Like, all right, so if you say like I'm mentor, Keith is who mentored us. Like,
Buddy,
Keith is
buddy,
our mentor.
but
right.
I
So, but let me tell you, I used to
Forever
hate,
indebted to Keith.
But no,
No,
seriously,
I buried
it's just so
myself.
fun because I'm gonna call him and fuck with him because it's so
Call him and tell
delicious
him
on that.
I will give him dates because
He
I am
literally-
forever indebted to him.
He literally.
I
when
fucked
first-
up.
I started, and I first started, I was doing, Laugh House, doing spots wherever
Yeah.
you could get on. I'm doing the show in Atlantic City, and Keith is D. Lee hosting. I'm doing a little guest spot, then it's Keith, and then Cedric the Entertainer.
Oh, wow.
And
Amazing.
Keith, I get off stage, right,
Yeah.
and I bomb. Like, but the week before I'd been to the same show,
Yeah.
I did well. But then the week later, I come back, I bomb horribly. So I get off stage, and I'm walking, and Keith goes, hey, man, I appreciate what you're trying to do. But I tell you, I hated that motherfucker for years because I was like, what the fuck he mean what I'm trying to do? I hate, and he was like, he always goes.
I appreciate what you're
right,
trying to do.
he was like,
They don't understand.
Right, he was like, yo, I was
what you're
trying to tell you that you were good in what you were doing, and I understood, but
Yeah.
he was like, I told him that because I always later, I was
Yeah.
like, I hated you for a long time.
Yeah,
He's like-
understandably
he's
so.
Yeah, but it's so funny that somebody, because as a comedian, we could figure it out on our own, but it's always good to just have somebody that would. And a lot of cats did for me. So I didn't always know how to give back. Like I would, I always get a lot of comedians, can you, how can I? And I didn't know how to give back. And it would sometimes get overwhelming. And then I started doing Comedy by TuRae stand-up workshop at the Laugh House.
Okay.
Which morphed into Keith from Up the Block coming to me. Keith from Up the Block is his stage name. It was Vernon Keith
No,
Ruffin,
I know.
my partner.
Yeah.
And he came to me and he was like, look, I want to do Philadelphia Comedy College. And
Yeah.
I need you to do it. I need you to be the lead
So
instructor.
that's where it evolved from.
That's where it evolved from. So it's
Yeah.
like now that's how we give back. And it's allowed us to create not just a course and a segment, but a community.
Yeah.
So, we have that. And it's good to have that guidance if you'll take it. Now,
No, absolutely.
in this room are
No.
3 comedians who take that guidance. The rest of them, you leave. You can't. Everybody can't go.
No, because I wanted to get into that, but
Yeah.
but with Keith, I didn't know how to handle that.
Yeah.
So I
But
was
Keith
like,
probably wasn't doing that shit at that time.
Dude, I
like
was-
at that time, he'd be like, "Get out of here, stupid!" Don't nobody.
dude, no. It ended up way worse than that. No,
Yeah, 'cause
way,
at that time,
way
I'll tell you,
worse.
Keith
Way-
is an asshole now.
dude.
So I know back
Dude,
then.
so I watched those guys, like all the people that I just named, like they became household names. So I went, so I went to Keith. I go, dude, you were like this close. And meanwhile, a guy who's been, I had no business telling him that. I go, dude, you're like this close. You're amazing. Like you just gotta hang in there, dude. Keith, with no hesitation, went to Rod and go, you hear that? I just gotta hang in there. And I'm like, oh shit, dude. Like I didn't need to say that.
Right.
Like I didn't know how it all worked.
No.
Like I
But
watched
less
all
is
those
more,
guys.
probably. That's how it works. Like normally,
Shut up.
Yeah.
Dude, but those guys I saw those guys made it, like Dave Attell and Louis C.K. and all those guys, and I'm like, I didn't know, dude, he's been a comic. I hadn't even gotten paid yet.
Yeah. Keith's been doing it longer than me. He's been.
There's a
doing it
Keith
more.
Robinson tree
Yeah,
that comes out of Philly.
Right. It's like so people credit me with Kevin Hart.
Kevin, right.
But I'm just the start. Like it was like, okay, Kevin, I've done everything. Now you need to go to Keith.
Do your thing.
So and that was how it went. He went to Keith, and then so Keith is who, when I get into industry situation and I'm like, and it's above me, after
Right.
my time, I can call Keith and go, hey, and he'll go, listen, stupid, you should have been took the deal. You should have. I told you, why you're in Philadelphia, you fucking suck. Down in Philadelphia, you should have been up here. You goddamn it, TuRae. You and those goddamn Sixers. Like that's Keith.
The Keith's dude, and Keith was one of the first comics that I had out of the pandemic,
Yeah.
and his son and daughter
Yes.
showed up before he did.
Yeah.
Dude, all he did was show up at the last place I booked him. And his son goes, dude, I'm sorry, and I'm sorry to say this. He goes, my dad's retarded. He goes, all he did was show up at he went
Right.
to Valley Forge Casino.
Wow.
And I go, dude,
Hey, Keith.
dude, that was 4 years ago. That was prior to the pandemic.
Why
He
don't
goes-
you, stupid?
He goes,
Don't you look at the flyer, dummy?
He promoted it. And I'm like, this is unbelievable. I go, why? I go, did your son
This
and
is
daughter
rich.
beat you here?
I can't wait to see Keith.
Dude, I can't wait either. But I'm like, that is crazy to me.
Full circle moment though. Dig. I'm working at the Comedy Cellar.
Okay.
Me and Mark Norman are there one
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
And Mark's such a phenomenal comedian. I love Mark. He's so funny. So we sitting at the table, and at the Cellar, one of the reasons why the Cellar is such a great club is because
Right.
it caters to the comedians. It's a place that we can call our own. It's
Talent
a place that
first.
we feel. Right. There you go. Talent first.
Yeah.
So we have our own place to sit.
Right.
And so me and Mark
Safe
are sitting
place.
at the comedians table. And Chris Rock comes in, and he's headed for the comedians table. So me and Mark got the same look.
Was
on
this
our face.
1999? Because I
Nah,
might have
this
been in the
was-
audience.
this was
Anyway,
20
TuRae, back to you. I'm just joking.
What's this shit? It's a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So-
who cares?
He walks, he walks over, and I'm like, oh shit, he's coming. And I'm like, Mark, Mark said, what should we do? And I said, fuck it, I'm an ass. So as Chris got close, I was like, do you want us to get up? Like, it's Chris Rock. Like,
I'm assuming the seat. I'm assuming the seat is
right,
yours.
Right. And he was like, no, y'all comedians, sit
Yeah.
down. And he sat, and he had, I tell this story as a teaching moment. He had the, you know how you have a legal pad with the cardboard backing?
Yeah.
He had 4 cardboard backings, and they
Okay.
were written on both sides.
Right.
Wow.
And I was like, after a while, because Chris Rock is very quiet. He's like,
Right.
if he was in this room, he probably wouldn't say anything. He's very.
You don't even know he's here.
Right. He's introspective,
Wow.
introvert.
Yeah.
And he said, I said, I don't mean to bother you. I said, but does that mean you wrote on all the paper?
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, this is what stuck. And I'm like, damn, he had 4 cardboard backs of what stuck after going through. I was like, damn, my process is not like that. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
Right? So, but this is the seller, so he's coming into a spot.
I better start from the beginning.
Right. So I'm actually supposed to go on next.
Yeah.
But of course he's going to go on.
Chris, why don't you go ahead?
No. He's going on. And they come to me and
but you're going on first.
they come to me and tell me he's going on. Like
okay,
Chris is going up next. I'm like,
Okay,
okay.
okay.
But they also go,
Understood.
now we gonna pay, we'll pay you and you can leave. I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm gonna do my set.
So okay. All right.
Dumb.
Wait. No,
I should have took the money and left. So because I go up there with that, fuck that, I can follow Chris Rock.
No, but let's just paint the scene for everybody listening or watching at home. So Chris Rock, arguably one of the Rushmore of comics.
4 years ago, he's
4
one
years
of the top
ago,
comedians in the
top
in the
comedian.
world. Yeah.
So whether you think he's top 1, but he's definitely top 5.
Yeah.
He's the Mount
He's Chris
Rushmore of
Rock.
comics. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is so funny to me. So the comedy seller says, "We'll pay you, and you can leave," and you're like, "Nah."
And because another reason why they do it is because we don't know how long these guys are going to do. Like they'll Chappelle, Rock, Attell. Some cats they don't time them. They'll
Right.
Rock. So they wasn't like I don't think they were like you can't follow him, but they were like he might go do 2 hours. We don't
Right.
know. I'm like no fuck that.
Fuck that.
And I waited.
But you already said on stage earlier today, you're a Gemini.
Yeah.
I'm a Taurus. I'm a bull.
Yeah.
But I'm stubborn.
Yeah.
That's why I got into producing. I'm not as funny as you are.
Yeah.
But you're like, fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna
And
go
I
on.
waited. He didn't do that long. He did maybe like 45.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
Yeah, nothing crazy. Just 45. But
They're already there a long time.
it was.
Yeah.
It
Yep.
was over.
They just threw that dead fish in your lap, and
Yeah,
you're like,
it was-
I'll handle it. I'll handle it.
It was good. It was
Yeah.
a good learning moment.
No, yeah. So
Yeah.
we're there. You painted the picture. What happened?
I went up and
You ate a whole bag of dicks.
Yeah. No, I don't eat dicks.
Oh no!
At no point. I bombed.
I was.
I bombed.
No, do you hear
At
that?
no point these dicks get eaten
I
this
bombed
way.
like a
I
gentleman.
bombed.
Gentlemen,
I didn't eat a bag of
no
dicks.
dicks involved.
Because I'm from West Philly, not the gayborhood.
North Philly. Thank you, Alan.
North
My man.
Philly. I'm sorry.
I pay attention.
All right.
But
So,
yeah.
so what happened?
I mean, it was just a bad experience.
Sorry,
like you're
the
not gonna be able to
floor is
follow
yours.
a superstar in a surprise moment. Meaning, if they'd have been there tonight to see Chris Rock, it'd be different.
Right.
But when they go somewhere and they're seeing they're seeing great comedy, and then a superstar, a celebrity comes
Right.
in, nothing matters after that.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, a lot of great moments at the Cellar. The night MC Hammer was there.
What?
What?
Yeah, man. See, that's what it was. That's
But
so funny
but
that
was
y'all
it?
react like that.
All
right, so look,
What
the night
kind of
MC
pants was he wearing?
He was wearing Hammer pants.
Yeah.
Come on.
But
You're,
look,
you're damn right he was.
but look, the night he was there,
yeah.
what's my man? Ashton Kutcher was there.
Too legit to quit.
Philip Seymour Hoffman was there.
What?
Right?
Rest in peace. Is he
I
dead?
think
Yes.
Godfrey
He's dead,
was there, right? And so they were there. It was when Robert De Niro was filming the movie that he was a stand-up comedian.
Yes.
So a lot of
Yes.
cats would slide through.
Okay.
Right?
Right on.
But when I tell you, I just told you who was there, like Philip Seymour Hoffman, Ashton.
That's a lot.
Yo, when I tell you these motherfuckers was so hyped to see MC Hammer,
What?
like when
No,
Hammer
no,
came,
whoa,
like
whoa,
they was
whoa.
all like, "Oh
Whoa.
shit, MC!" I was like,
Too legit to quit? Went
like,
on stage?
I'm like, no, they was just we was upstairs chilling, but they was like so hyped
Yeah.
to see him and Chris Rock. was there.
I love that.
And so
man.
like there was a moment.
They wanted to
where-
know how his bankruptcy
Right,
went?
like they was
what
like
were they hyped about?
I think it was that nostalgia of MC Hammer for them. Like
didn't
MC
follow?
Hammer was You know what I'm saying? MC Hammer was
That's wild.
at the time. Yeah, but it was like I was surprised at how high. I was like, okay, like y'all are stars, but I guess you have your favorites.
Yeah.
And they were.
That's a trip, man. Because there's megastars in the room.
Like, I mean, Philip Seymour Hoffman is arguably like one of the best actors. And it was
Yeah.
like, he was like, that's MC Hammer over there, man. I'm gonna wait because he was talking to Chris Rock. He's like, I can't wait. I'm gonna go over there and get a picture. I'm like,
Yeah.
That's incredible, man.
You're like,
That's incredible.
I'll
Oaktown
wait
comes
my
in the house
turn.
and it's over.
3, 5, 7, 5. Get it.
If I didn't have a fake hip now, I'd do the dance.
Oh, my God.
So if you were me, all right, we're not, but like talking to Rod, I know like that's your home club, and you see a guy, and you're a young comic, so I know what I would do. But if you see a guy like Keith Robinson, who, by the way, destroyed for 30 minutes, and I was in awe, and thank God I didn't have to follow him because, like, friends of mine who were on college break, and they saw me, but if they would have saw me after Keith Robinson went, I would have ate the bag of dicks that you said you wouldn't eat, but I ate them, and then I would have followed Keith Robinson. Like, what would you like as a mentor? Mentoring a young comic, what would you have said? Like, how to handle that situation?
What if you followed him, or if you?
No. Like how to respect your elders, respect guys.
like
that are
talking to them
like
after.
Talking to.
Yeah, you just walk up to him and say, "Great set."
That's not what I did.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah, I mean, you just
I did the opposite. Play
I
it
say
cool
I
is
say it
not
to
what I
this day.
did.
Sometimes just say good shit and walk away. Like,
I didn't do that.
there's so many times that you see it on social media all the time. Somebody will go, like, you'll post something and somebody go, but you be like, man, just say great post.
Yep.
Or just say thank you, or just say good shit.
Everybody killed or not.
Right. So, yeah, sometimes less is more.
I
I've
told
learned that less
Keith,
is more.
hang in there. Hang in there.
I get that a lot because it's
No,
like
but a guy that's been
it's
doing
what
comedy
you see,
for
you compare.
dude, he hasn't
Like-
had a day job for 20 years.
It doesn't
30
matter. People compare. Like being on the road, I open for some more. So it's like,
Right.
she's the star. So
And by the way,
after the
dude,
show,
you always look good. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
first of all, your handkerchief matched your shoes.
yeah, you try to coordinate.
Unbelievable. Like, I am
Shout out to
terrible.
Pops.
Yeah, shout
But-
out to whoever you just said. But
John Witherspoon. Coordinate. John Witherspoon.
Okay.
Comedian.
Oh, yeah.
calm-
Friday.
calm
right?
down. I was just trying to get my thoughts together.
You don't have to.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
gonna edit this.
We'll edit this in post. We
But no,
never edit
we
this.
never edit
when you're on the road with those bigger comedians,
This is going live in 15 minutes.
the
Okay,
opening
go ahead.
acts,
Do your
they
thing.
always tend to think that the opening acts are not as successful or not, so it's like if I'm a Samore fan or I'm a D.L. Hewley fan or I'm a Dan Cummings fan, you might not know that Pat House is a viable comedian.
Right.
Because you came to see Dan Cummings, you came to see some more. So when you walk out in the lobby and I'm selling my merch, you go, oh my God, you're great. How long you been doing it? And I go 30 years and they go, oh, okay.
No wonder you're great.
Or they get you with the keep it up. I mean, you're gonna make it. I'm like, thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
no idea.
They just don't know.
People
yeah.
don't know. So you let people give you the compliment, take from it what you can.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Joel booked,
but that's why Keith didn't tear your ass apart because he said, "You
Thank
hear
you.
that, Rod?"
Yeah, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because I get it. You didn't know what you were saying. So
I did not.
I'm gonna swing this over to him so we
That's
can both
cool.
have a laugh.
Yeah,
And
Keith could have been a lot meaner.
he was to me.
You got
All
off
I
easy.
gotta do is
motherfucker.
hang.
You got
in
off
there.
easy.
I appreciate what you're trying to do. I said, trying. I'm telling you for years. I hated that motherfucker. And he was always like, TuRae, I didn't mean it like that. I was trying to say, keep it up, dude. I like what you're doing. I was like, no, you ain't say that shit. So, yeah, man, sometimes just less is more. Anything advice you say to a young comic, advice, less is more. Say hello. Hey, how you doing? I'm a young comedian. I get that a lot. I'm a young comedian. Any advice? And I just tell them, get on stage more. Get on stage more. If I have the time to have a conversation, I might ask, hey, all right, how much you getting on stage? Well, last time I was on stage last month. You need to get on stage some more. So, but as a young comedian walking up to somebody that just got off stage, just pay the compliment. You ain't got to get into critiquing or telling them what you really think.
Career advice.
Just pay the compliment.
But I want to say this equal to you. You love giving opportunities to comics.
Yeah.
And as well as you never give me a three-legged horse. Like you're not worried about following a good comic. Because you'll stack the lineup. And I'm like, all right, when's TuRae showing up? But by the way, All good.
Yeah.
I'm like, just full.
Like, you good. You can start the show. You got enough comedians.
I'm still hosting the show. So I go, do you want to do the podcast? You're like, yes. And I'm like, all right, do you want to do before or after the show? I knew what the answer was. But you're like, after sounds better.
Yeah.
Because I knew you weren't showing up on time.
No.
But it doesn't matter.
And I tell, as I have a few PCC graduates in here, I tell them, don't, do as I say. Not as I do. I've been that is a detriment to me, and I'm sure I've paid for that in my career, being late. I'm a late motherfucker. I don't know what it is. I just be late a lot.
Yeah.
But I try to say, don't be me. Don't be late.
Yeah.
But also,
do as I say, not as I do.
I have the talent to do. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
when I show up,
Yeah.
we good.
Yeah.
I don't need prep. I don't need.
Well, I love when you showed up. I go, it's a wild crowd, and you put your orange handkerchief in your jacket, and you're like, what exactly do you mean?
Yeah, just tell me.
So let me get not only the temperature of the room, but what exactly are you talking about? Because I can walk into a wild room, but what happened? And you handled it.
Yeah.
You handled it exactly the way it was supposed to be handled.
I'm a professional, man.
No, I know that. I
appreciate
paid you.
that. And I appreciate that part about me. Like I've strived to be that. Whereas
Professional by definition is guy who I paid.
yeah,
not
no. I like if we were
just not
Reservoir
some guy
Dog-
off South Street be like, I want to do shrooms. Be like, this guy he sold me mushrooms from Wegmans. I'd be like, doesn't mean they're gonna make me hallucinate.
But no, I'm a professional.
Did we go off the rails?
You went off the rails. You've been off the rails. I mean,
How did we end up taking mushrooms on South Street?
That was
another thing I don't do. So we got to check. I don't eat dicks.
And you don't eat
I
mushrooms.
don't eat mushrooms.
anyway. Back to you.
But no, like if we was in Reservoir Dogs, I'd like to think I was Mr. Wolf.
Dude,
Okay.
So you
Like
went,
I come through,
You were
I
at
handle
Temple in
shit.
the early '90s, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so
91.
my cousin went there, and I was there in '93, and on acid saw Reservoir Dogs for the first time in a Temple dorm room.
Wow.
Yes. Then I drove home still on acid and watched it again.
I don't know why. I think I seen Reservoir. The first time I saw Reservoir Dogs was definitely on VHS. Like it was definitely.
Yeah.
I definitely wasn't in the
I was a
theater.
CD player
Shout
when
out to
Reservoir Dogs came.
VHS.
Yeah, it was definitely on. It was definitely on. Shit, I don't even. What is that called? A VCR?
Yeah, VCR.
Yeah, VCR.
And I was
Shit, it's definitely on. It's definitely on VHS.
That's
telling
where we
how
lost
old
them.
you are. Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, but it was definitely at somebody's house. Like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, but yeah, I enjoy what I do. I know it's a career. I don't look at it as a hustle, and so when
But
you're doing
the
certain
the
things,
lineups though, you don't ever like you're not scared. That's what I love about you. Like you want it to be an enjoyable show. Like there's certain I'm not gonna name names, but there's certain headliners, and we all
don't
know
want
who
nothing
I'm
in
talking
front. They don't
about.
want no heat in front of them.
Dude, they're like as long as they have this attitude where as long as the headliner's good, they're fine.
Fuck that. I'll name names. Listen, I remember working at the Laugh House, and Elaine Boozler.
Jesus.
Elaine Boozler got me up out of there.
Wow.
Got me up out of there night one. I did first, because it's a 2-2-1 schedule.
Yeah,
Fridays.
well, first of all, that's
two-
not the name I thought you were gonna drop, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah,
years
yeah,
ago.
yeah, it is
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah.
Shout out to Elaine.
Put it to you like this: not too many people stumble into me.
Yeah.
But at that point, it was like, well, give me a feature, and I'm coming to do the weekend, and they gave me,
Right.
They gave. And I think I got, first show Friday, I got off stage and it was like, they called me in the office and was like, we're going to pay you out for the weekend and let you go. And I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, and of course they try to keep saying the first thing, we're going to pay you. I'm like, wait,
The headliner
what
felt the
happened?
heat. We're going to get you out of the
Right,
kitchen.
and I didn't, this is the first time this happened to me. I don't understand it. It's like they're trying to blow it through, quick. And I'm like, what's going on? And they were like, she doesn't need you to feature. I'm like, who? Like, who made this decision? And they were like, she did. And I'll give it to her. She came to me and was like, I really don't need that type of heat in front of me.
Right.
And she said it. She was like, and I'm used to doing a one-woman show with maybe the host and myself. I didn't, and no
Right.
offense, but I just didn't know that, you were going to be on the show and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, like a lot of comedians want to maintain their show. For years I've heard Ari Spears doesn't want any other black comedians on the show in front of him because,
he wants that for him.
Yeah, well, yeah. But, like, I understand that. Like, I just don't understand that thing. Like, if you're going to give somebody an opportunity to open up for you, then give them the opportunity to open up for you and let them work. Of course, you don't want to be unprofessional or vulgar. I learned that. Like I used to come in when Dom Herrera would come to Dom Herrera would do the Laugh House every year for Thanksgiving because in South Philly would be in that bitch. It'd be crazy.
Right.
But it was a juicy crowd, and Dom would let me feature for him. And one day I brought, and I guess I was feeling, it was like maybe my third year doing it. I'm feeling myself. So I brought Dom up to this pussy eating joke that I used to do.
How long you been doing it now? Right.
30.
30. So this is 27 years.
Oh, at that time?
No. I'm saying this is 27 years ago. You've been doing comedy for 3 years.
No. At that time, I was maybe 10 years in.
Oh. Okay.
So
Sorry.
I mean,
I was trying to set the scene for the
I'm feeling myself.
audience at
I'm
home.
young. I'm young.
Yeah.
I'm young, but I'm hot.
I'm
the guy at the Laugh House at the time.
You're Soul Joel talking to Keith Robinson and Rod.
Right, but this is still Dom. And I knew who Dom was.
I get it.
I
Either
know
way,
Dom is.
dumb.
And I go up.
Floor's yours.
And I murder. I'm doing my 30-minute set or whatever, my feature.
Yep.
And I do my ender, and it's a pussy eating joke. It's crass and vulgar.
But the audience is loving it. You're getting.
I don't even know, man. Like looking back on it, they
boy.
may have laughed, but it was like.
Yeah.
And so.
No.
Dom goes up, hey, give it up for TuRae. That's a great pussy eating joke you brought me up to. I was just like.
And Dom has that deadpan, man.
I was like, yeah, don't do that no more.
But you were aware.
I didn't, not until he said it. When he said it, I got it. It was like.
No, that's what I'm saying. After that, you're like, crushed.
No.
I mean, they could pay.
No, I mean, but see,
I'm good.
I was fortunate enough to come up in a club.
Right.
So, and I say that to say I worked at the Laugh House, which ran on a mainstream club schedule, time, pay, and all of that. So I used to be, I was hot. I was young. I was funny. I mean, one night I'm hosting, I'm doing my thing, and the booker called me in the hallway and was like, "What you doing?" I was like, "I'm killing." He's like, "You killing my fucking show." do 10 minutes, bring up the feature, read the announcements, bring up the headliner. That's all you. See what I'm saying? So I always got checked. Somebody always pulled me back.
Yeah.
And I understood what it was for a show.
Yeah.
It ain't all about you tonight.
Yeah.
You hand off that baton.
Right.
So I grew up with that respect in comedy. So I try to teach that to the cats coming behind me and also give that opportunity.
Right.
So that's why I always put people in a position like you're going to host, you're going to do a spot, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. But I know I can clean up the mess if it should be one.
Right.
Or if not, compliment,
Right.
So I don't get it like anybody open. I don't say don't do this, don't do your thing. Because I have material.
Right. Yeah, you don't ever tell comics to stay away from these
Topics.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen that joke. There's a video where a comedian goes, first we open it up for a big comic. They give him the list of shit.
Yeah.
He can't say, he's like, if you got kids, I don't know what we're talking about. He's like, matter of fact, don't even mention kids. Don't you got a son? Yeah, fuck that. You can't talk about your son. You married? Yeah, none of that. I don't want to hear none of that married shit. Like, he's like, by the time he's like, matter of fact, just go up and bring me up. Just go up and say,
Left but to introduce me.
So, yeah, I don't. Because they're not going to grow. If you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't look at it like it's my job to sanction them.
Right.
The crowd will tell you. Yeah, that shit ain't working.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so.
Dude, when I was talking to Mike Vecchione.
Yeah.
Dude,
Mike
and this
V.
is like, this is 15 years ago. So I'm like 2 years in.
It's so funny
Right.
because he goes by Mike Vecchione now. When he's working at the lab, I had to go by Mike V. Black people want to get all that Vecchi. What?
Oh, no, because that's when he was a teacher. Yes, hilarious.
Yeah, teacher Mike. Yeah, yes, he was. Yes, he was.
He was already living in New York at the time. And I told him, I said, dude, they should be making a documentary about all the comics that came out of Philly. I said, it's the Keith Robinson tree. I said, we got Kevin Hart, TuRae. I said,
Jay Okerson,
Joe
DeRosa, Mike Vecchione.
DeRosa, yeah, and I said Mike Vecchione, and then I said Kurt Metzger.
Kurt Metzger, I was getting ready to say Kurt. Kurt has some great bits.
Then all of a sudden,
awesome.
Mike Vecchione goes, and I already paid him, so the night was over. I just had to drop him off in Queens. He goes, dude, that's fantastic, but does anybody give a shit except for you?
Man, like. We know there's a history there, but
dude, unbelievable history.
We
You don't think it's anything?
I think it is.
I'd watch it.
I'd watch it.
I'd
But
watch it
I
for
like
sure.
I like documentaries.
Me too.
But
I do too.
Yeah. But I mean, it is a big culture, and we don't get enough respect because what happens is so many of us have to go elsewhere.
Right.
Like it's not like we can.
You have to go to New York or
sustain-
you have to go to L.A.
Right. So a lot of them end up like, I tell comedians all the time, get out of here. Get out of here. Like, get out. Go.
That's your
You come
advice.
back. You come
Oh, you
back.
want to make it?
You come back.
You should move.
You should move. At least challenge yourself. And not so much move, but go. Like,
And I'm not trying to be funny.
no. But we think geographically, Philadelphia is 2 hours south of New York, 2 hours north of D.C.
D.C.
If you're not doing this,
Yeah.
oh, they ain't not
The
booking
nation's
me.
capital,
Right.
the
Get these
mecca of entertainment.
3 major markets.
Just make a move. Yeah.
Just drive them down the turnpike every night. Get on stages, other places, build your audiences around here. Learn how to perform in front of other crowds so that when your time comes, you're not limited.
Right.
New York is as I tell people, Comedy Central headquarters is in New York.
Right.
So, the industry, you got to go towards the industry.
Right.
And when you're home and you can be able to work the clubs. Like Chief said that to me. He was like, people should pay you to leave your house. He said, but you should make enough money at home. He's like, that's why he used to host the cellar. He's like, I make like $2,500 a weekend.
Right. To host.
To host.
Right.
He's like, so if you call me out of the cellar, you got to pay me more than $2,500.
And honestly, that's what when I learned how to host a show and how to know what, because I always believe, I go, my product is the comics.
There you go.
I go, that's what I'm selling,
Yes.
and that's what I rely on that.
Yeah.
And the comics are like, yeah, but in order for me to leave my house, this is what you got to pay me.
Yes.
And that's why I understood it. And I go, I get it.
Yep.
I go, so for the comic, they're like, I don't care. I'm not going to leave my house unless you're paying me this.
And as a comedian, you have to do that. You have to build. That's why I
Understand
said
what
get
your
out.
worth is.
Right. And understand what your worth is, but you can't build a worth just by being the local guy.
Right.
So you have to go out. You have to see that your viability moves beyond Philadelphia and all of that.
You're cruising, though, dude.
Hey, man, it's just,
No. I follow you on social media.
Yeah, I'll be hanging out.
So you're with your you're with your lady, but you get to watch.
No, I only do one cruise. I do the Soul Train cruise.
That was on my list to ask you about. I got to hear about the Soul
I
Train
didn't know
cruise.
if we wanted to plug it, but I was there. I mean, I wasn't there, but I'm saying like I saw you on social media. But you get to get paid while vacationing. Like, dude, that's the dream. Forget whatever your proteges. Dude, you're living the dream. You get
Well,
to
the
get
cruise
paid.
industry, there's a lot of comedians that do cruises. There's
Big time.
comedians that only do cruises. I just
You're a
it's-
crossover.
I'm smarter, not harder at this point in my career. Like
Yeah.
cruise comedians get worked out. Like they got to do like 3 shows a night.
And they can't
7
they
days a
can't
week.
mingle with
Can't commiserate with the. I can't do all that. I'm grown. Like I'm grown. I'm
Dude,
too
that
old
was the
for this-
perfect
all
noise.
these rules. And,
Yeah.
So, but the
From
Soul
the
Train
depths
cruise
of
is
the
different.
cruise.
It's different for me. I'm an artist. I'm a flagship artist on
The
cruise.
Colombians can't mix with the Mexicans and the Costa Ricans. Are you kidding me? The Puerto Ricans don't even get me started.
Oh, you talking about the cruise? Oh yeah,
The
no.
cruise.
But it's just all the rules
talking
are
about the comics.
stupid to me for the comedians and all that thing. But there are a lot of comedians that because it's good money. But you get, I don't think cruise comedians on all cruises get respected as an artist. Sort of like just some throw out entertainment.
But they also
like,
don't get challenged.
right. It's
But
like you do
I'm
3
talking,
shows a night.
dude. But you're
and-
on that.
yeah.
You're on that
I'm
cruise.
one of the artists I'm one of the artists that, had the Soul Train cruise. So it's a great opportunity for me and my lady to just vacation. So we enjoy it like that. Like, but they take care of me, man. Like I get the crazy room and the
That's
balcony
cool.
and all that shit.
What kind
It's
of
dope.
acts are on the Soul Train cruise with you?
All those motherfuckers that used to be on
Great
Soul
question.
Train.
Great question.
Like the like you get all the old school R&B acts, and I get to learn from them. I do. I learn from them as a performer myself. I get to learn from the OGs of being able to perform this long and still give out a performance. Still. I'm 60 years old, and yeah, it's the spinners at 60.
No,
but we
you're
still hitting the
49.
sets. I'm talking about these guys. Like
I know.
I was watching
anybody who's listening. I was
No,
just
I'm
joking.
just saying. They'll decipher this. Your brain is fucking up. They fine.
TuRae,
The listeners got it.
I already paid you, so
Exactly.
you don't give a shit what I'm saying.
But like when you watch these older artists still give it,
Yeah, yeah.
and you like, damn,
Yeah.
like you ain't really
You still
at the-
care.
And so I learned something from that. Like you still give that product, you still perform, you still give the people what they want, and they're, it's dope, man. It's a dope week vacation that I get paid to do. So, but some of the acts, Stephanie Mills, Babyface was last year. Smokey Robinson
Oh,
Dude, tell me about Smokey.
Come on.
killed that shit.
Really?
Smoke still got it.
Still got it.
He's unbelievable.
Smoke got the white outfit on with the chest out. He hit the double pump. A lady fainted.
Well,
I said, "Damn, Smoke
by the
still
way,
got
by
it."
the way, just for all you guys listening on YouTube, that hip thrust was
Yes,
not necessary.
It was. They
Yeah.
didn't see it. Smoke hit the double pump. A lady needed to be carted out.
Escorted off.
Man,
Yeah.
that's
So
great.
Smoke still got. And what I like about their performances is when you deal with some of these writers, or prolific writers like a Smokey Robinson or Babyface, they'll pop their collar. They'll start singing the songs that they wrote.
Right.
So Smokey goes into the Jackson 5 song that he wrote, and everybody was like, "Oh, Michael Jackson." He's like, "Yeah, but no, I wrote this." And then I wrote this. I wrote that. I wrote Papa. I wrote that too.
You've been misinformed.
Right. So,
But you've also
it's
been
good
paid
to
for it,
see.
so shut up.
It's good to see the history of it. So
Yeah.
I enjoy the performance. So yeah, Soul Train Cruise is dope, man.
That is super cool, man.
Yeah.
That is super cool.
Yep.
I used to be in a 13-piece P-Funk cover band.
Damn.
Yeah. So that's right up my
Have you
alley.
ever
that
seen the
cruise.
Parliament Funkadelic?
I saw him at Robin Hood Del East.
But have you seen the God damn it.
Documentary?
Yeah.
Yeah. The one that came out like 3 years ago?
Yeah, on Amazon.
Yeah.
They ain't pay nobody. The motherfuckers ain't pay nobody.
Oh, that's...
Parliament Funkadelic.
Oh.
But it was because it was so many. He would have 3-4 bands.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, well, and, he was poaching people from James Brown.
Like he would do. They said like back in the day, George Clinton would have it set up so it's like you think
P-Funk.
Right, you think like we performing tonight in Pottstown.
Yeah.
But there'd be another show going on in Detroit because
Hilarious.
all them costumes and shit they didn't really.
Yeah.
They're landing a mothership on stage,
And
man.
motherfuckers wasn't getting paid. Like George was putting all that money right in his pocket. Like, yeah, well, I am Sir Knows.
And he was putting that money into his crack pipe for a
Yeah,
while,
that's
too.
true. He said that. He was
Yeah,
like,
and then-
I wasn't paying attention to the business at all. But anyway.
Dude, I got a twofold story. One, last year, dude, I'm just trying to make it. Like, and I went outside and did the dome and everything just to try to survive,
Yeah,
right?
remember
And to try to keep the comics alive and keep my money in their pocket, and also an enjoyable way for people to enjoy. But dude, you were the first person that you said, you're like, well, I sold out. Soul Joel's Inside Sunnybrook. Dude, you were the first comic that made me feel like we had something.
Oh, appreciate it.
Because you were like, we sold it out, but it's because I only set up enough chairs for as many tickets as we sold. So I go, amazing.
Right.
I go, you also taught me something.
Yes.
I go, I helped you out. I didn't realize that you also helped me out. And you posted about it. I go, we're resharing this. It's amazing.
Man, listen,
That was
you
a
have to
cool
take your
thing, man.
wins. A lot of times in this game, we'll always look at things like, why isn't it this? Like I was watching, I watch comedians a lot. And, I watch comedians post a lot, and I'll see, the comedian was like, yeah, to y'all that didn't come to the show last night, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what about the people that came?
Right.
Why are you addressing the 3-4 motherfuckers that didn't show up?
Just
The people that came.
address the people that are enjoying this.
There you go.
So that's why I wanted to turn into. So I had my own podcast, dude. This is 2009 when I first left. I was doing pharmaceutical sales full time, and
Legal or?
yeah. I should have known that was coming, and I was at the time working in Brooklyn, but it was legal. It was shearing plow.
Okay.
Then and then get bought out by Merck.
I was going to say that. I was
Yeah.
like, they don't Merck board them.
Right.
You didn't think I knew that, though.
Yeah, amazing.
Only
So-
because I was paying attention.
So I was doing a online radio show and on the air, and a lady goes, "Hey, can you DJ this wedding?" And I said, "Oh, you don't understand what I do. I'm an on-air personality. I'm not a DJ. I go, I'm doing a podcast essentially on AM FM radio. Didn't mean to brag, but that's all. That all is. She goes, "Oh, so you don't want to DJ this wedding for $500?" I go, "What time do you need me?
Right.
I'll do it."
Let me pull up these YouTube how
Dude.
to DJ video.
Yeah. So this lady sent me her songs, right?
Oh.
And it was the songs that she needed, and her grandfather, who was still living, rest in peace. I'm assuming he's dead now. But I go, if I just follow this, he's dead. But dude, so I go, if I follow this list, I can't miss, right? So I download the list and I go, dude, who is this Michael Bubble? Dude, my sister goes, thank you. I go, dude, if you're gonna be a fake DJ, you should understand the names.
You gotta go to
It's
names.
Buble, you idiot.
She said Michael Bubble.
Dude, so I show up like this is a Greek emperor, right? He's a short Italian guy. He walks over, he goes, "Did you get my list?" Dude, 90 years old, right? And he goes, dude, he goes, Sinatra, Dean Martin, and Glenn Miller. He goes, but I think Michael Bublé is the best of all of them. I got it. I go, do me a favor. Just stand 10 feet away, and I'm going to start playing these songs. You don't like it? Just give me the thumbs down. But you like it, give me a thumbs up. So I'm playing the hits, and he just thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. So these drunk ladies go, yeah, do you have this song? It's Blurred Lines by Robin Thicke.
Yeah,
and that
drunk-
was,
that's
at the
the drunk
time,
woman song.
the song of the summer, right?
Yeah.
And of course I had it. It was on the bride's list, but it was a hit. So I knew eventually I was going
You
to
had
get
to play it.
Dude, and the husband goes, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. I go, first of all, salute roll. I got it. And I'm going to play it. But also, I'm not going to play it after Tears of a Clown by Smokey Robinson.
Yeah, you gotta get, yeah.
Dude, and we're, by the way, we're also,
your transition.
yeah, and let me set the scene. We're in white utopia. We're in South Jersey. We're on a farm. So we're outside, right? So they're having fireworks and everything. So I start playing Blurred Lines. And I went to the husband. I go, you didn't think I had it, right? Dude, this guy, 90 years old, starts running with his handler. He starts giving me the thumbs down. He goes,
Play it, OG.
dude, he goes, abort mission, turn this off. I go, dude, this is the song from your granddaughter. He goes, stop playing this rubbish.
No dice.
Dude, just
Like a remix.
amazing.
It was a remix
No
of many songs for that
Yeah.
for that hit. But yeah, that was definitely the drunk woman song of the summer that time. Yeah, Blurred Lines had a good run.
But if you ever got a point where like not fake it till you make it, but you're like just professionalism and you just like kind of put your best foot forward.
Yeah, I mean, shit, most of my career has been that. Like, you know, I had to go after it. Like I tell people all the time, I got to believe. I got to have hope.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I got to hope for the next level or the next thing or the next gig.
Right.
You know, and when I get it, I can't go, you know, like I started doing something years ago, like when I do TV, taking my mom or my lady or my dad with me.
Right.
Because a lot of times you go to TV and you get all these perks and you go, you know, like I did Byron Allen a few times. I had a trailer. It was like, I can't
Amazing.
enjoy it. I'm on set.
Yeah.
You know, so I started bringing people like, I may not ever have to give an Oscar speech. There may not be
Right.
my career.
This
You
might be
understand?
it.
Right. So why would I need to enjoy this shit that
Yeah.
I'm getting? You know,
Right.
because there's a point, you know, there's a time in your career where you're going, nah, I'm not going to enjoy nothing until I get to. And it's like,
Shout out to Byron Allen because he's gotten so much
yo,
comics.
he has.
Shine.
He's definitely given us a lot of work.
Did he
but-
set you up?
Yeah, but that's the show.
Right.
All right,
no.
so I'll tell you a quick story.
What?
Quick story.
No.
It's serious. Like,
I
he's-
knew that.
No, but
I didn't know
he's-
what you wanted to say.
Listen, like, all right, so.
So anyway, TuRae, I heard you're from North Philly.
Yeah, man.
You're like,
I'm from-
actually,
like,
South Philly,
right,
or like whatever.
He throws you, like, you got to submit your set.
Yeah,
When
on
you
your
do
lap.
Byron Allen, you got to submit your set.
Yeah.
So I don't like that. I don't like somebody going, hey,
No.
what are you going to talk about? And I'm
Right.
like, but I had to literally send them bullet points, my whole set, send it to
So
him.
I heard you like sit
And
on your
that's what
stool.
he does. He'll send it back to you. So I heard you used to play basketball. And it's like, from that, so I got to go into my basketball joke.
Right.
Well, one time, Ralph Harris, Philadelphia comedian,
Yeah.
was taping with me. And he veered off. And
No.
I watched Byron Allen curse his EP out because he looked at it like Eric.
We're
his
gonna
name is
go to
Eric.
commercial. No.
I forget Eric's last name, but I remember
Who cares?
saying, no, because Eric's big in TV now. I remember saying to Eric,
My bad.
like, damn, I couldn't let him up. Like, the way he
Oh,
cursed
boy.
him out,
That's
we
my
all
fault.
was on set, like, like, wow, because what it had, you know, because it's like Byron Allen doesn't have a director. So if you're
Right.
taping Byron Allen, no, it's him. So, you know, you're sitting here, I'm Byron Allen. 3, 2, 1. All right, hey, the crowd starts clapping. Okay, all right. Hey, man, good to see you, cousin. Good to see you. Joe Allen. So, Allen, I heard you used to be in a P-Funk band. And from there,
go to
Allen
my
is
P-Funk
supposed to.
Yeah.
Well, Ralph, he did it. Hey, Ralph, man, I heard you used to box a little bit. And Ralph went left. And literally, you know, so I'm like,
Oh, no.
that motherfucker was like, cut. Who? when did we get this? I was like,
No, so this is Byron Allen.
Yes.
And cut.
Like,
What?
stop the whole show. And for
Oh,
everybody,
oh,
like,
oh,
when
no.
did we get this?
Oh no.
And Eric was looking like, I don't have this. And it had to take Ralph Harris telling him, like, no, I changed it. Because he was like,
Yeah.
I don't ever want to have a comedian up here doing some shit I don't know he's doing.
This is
Why did you
also
tell me he was
not.
doing it?
Yeah, this is also not improv.
No, and this is
So
in front
we
of
can just
every
stick to
fucking
the script.
studio audience. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, there's an audience there.
yes, man, we in
Yeah.
the middle of a tape, and I was like,
Oh, Ralph, this is a bit of a no-no.
right. Ralph was like, oh, no, I changed
Yeah.
it. He was like, he still cursed Eric out. He's like, don't let him change shit.
That's wild, man. That is wild.
This is your fault. You let two guys from
Shout out to Byron
Philadelphia
Allen, though.
on.
Byron Allen's a good dude, though. He's
No,
a
no,
good
no.
dude.
But they let two guys from Philadelphia.
I didn't change my shit. I
You
ain't
were
nothing to
fine.
do with it.
Ralph was a bit of a no-no.
Ralph was out there. This is about Ralph's 8th appearance, so I guess he was feeling free.
So what's Ralph up to now, or is that's not the point of the
Ralph's
story?
doing his thing, man.
Oh,
Still,
okay, okay,
Still a
okay.
viable comedian. You know,
Okay.
Ralph
That was
working.
Ralph's 8th appearance.
Yeah,
So
Ralph.
he thought eight, and maybe I can slide this.
No, but I
got
no, and I've seen that too, where guys feel too
comfortable,
comfortable
yeah,
and they're
you
like,
get comfortable.
"No, it's okay, it's
Yeah,
cool."
It's cool.
You're like, "Nah, it's actually
they
not."
love me. No, they don't, motherfucker. This is
No.
it's still business.
No, that's fine.
Yes.
Yeah, you just did he get cut out of the show?
No. They
Oh,
just-
oh, yeah.
But I'm telling you, he shut that. It was like, cut. Wait. Where's this at? And he was like, I don't have this. He's like, why the fuck is he doing it then? I was like,
Oh boy.
like me and Eric talked after that. I was like, you good? He was like, yeah, I'm all right, man. That's just, that's how Byron is. I was like, I don't know if I could work for somebody like that. He's like, well,
Just take my phone.
but that's TV and production. They do.
Everybody's got their own way.
Everybody's got their own way, and everybody's got a job. And sometimes when they try to embrace what we do, which is try to bring comedy to TV, it's very much confining for us because we have to fit into now to this structure. And in comedy, it's kind of the most unstructured art we do. It's just me and this microphone, and then they want to put a camera here, and they want to put a microphone here, and you can't move this way, but they still want the funny that they saw from the club. So,
Dude, people have said this
crazy.
is the last form of like
Yes.
rock and roll, and like we're the modern day philosophers.
I say that
where they don't
comedy
have the
is
talking heads of like, oh, this and that. Like,
Yes,
we're-
comedy is the last bastion of live entertainment. I say that.
So
all
you
the time.
believe that?
Yes.
I believe it too.
Yeah. And I mean, as long as we can protect it by still giving quality comedy, they can't take it away from you. So you salute the champions, you salute the Chappelles, you salute the Sebastians, you know what I'm saying? You let those guys rock so that they keep that light on so that people know that it's still an art form.
Dude, you got such a smooth voice. I mean that. No homo.
know.
You're. Dude, you can say anything. I'm like, dude. I'm like
Joel's
that.
still thinking about that bag of dicks.
Dude. Oh, you didn't eat it? I think you did. All right, thanks, Alan.
Wait, before we stop.
That is it for me. I believe these wings are on their way.
That's what you
But
call
anyway.
a callback.
Oh, you don't like those bag of dicks? How about these mild wings?
That's a callback. That's a callback.
But were you going to wrap? Because
No, no,
before
no,
we-
no.
oh, okay.
I believe
Before
you're
we
gonna say
do,
something.
We want to talk about TuRae's birthday gig.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, we want to give a shout out.
Yeah, shout out. Thank you. Appreciate you allowing. Oh, yeah. So Punchline Philly, June 16th through 18th. I'm celebrating 50 years of life, 30 years of laughter. It's been so difficult to put this show together. Not like bad way, but it's like I know so many people going to be there. So it's like, how do I promote it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I can't put all them faces on the flyer, or I can't say who's going to be there what night.
Yeah.
'Cause
But
you're
they're going to be
surprise
so
guests.
right. It's going to be so many comedians stopping.
You're in the middle of Philly. You're there
Right.
3
It's
nights,
I'll be
4
there
nights.
3 nights. No, 3 nights.
Oh.
The Friday, Saturday, Sunday, June 16th through the 18th. Tickets on sale now at punchlinephilly.com. What they've been done is so great with me. Like, we actually have a weekend pass where you can buy one ticket and you can go to all the shows.
nice.
Okay.
So, yeah, man, I'm going to start putting the lineups out very shortly, but I'm looking forward to celebrating my life and my life in comedy with my friends, loved ones, and people that have been supporting me. So I hope a lot of people come through.
So you're going
That's
to
a beautiful
close
thing,
out
man.
no matter what guests you have.
No, I'm a host.
Oh, you're going to host.
Yeah, I'm a
Okay.
host, and not like I'm gonna still do my thing.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I want to host because I want to be able to control
The
how
environment.
these shows are gonna go. Because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
gonna be crazy.
Right.
Like, it's gonna be a lot of fun, a lot of informal shit.
But a lot
You know
of
what I'm
people
saying?
love that, like that. I do that with my shows. Be like, it's your stamp of approval. It's my stamp of approval.
Yes.
But like,
Yes.
these are my guys.
These are my
This
guys.
is who I'm
Right.
doing.
And
You
that's what
gotta-
I'm trying to do with TuRae and Friends on the road. Meaning,
Right.
You know, I'm getting into these clubs, and thank you always for allowing me
No,
to
of
come
course.
and bring my joint. But they'll get me in, and then I'll bring these guys with me. You know, and then you can see these other comedians and then give that opportunity. But also, it is my stamp of approval. It is like, okay, I'm one of the TuRae and Friends. And, you know, the Soul Joel brand means something. But also, when I put the Soul Comedy brand on it, it means something. So when people see these brands, they know it stands for at the very least, quality comedy.
Right, for
Right.
sure.
And
I
that's
might
all
not know the
say.
guys,
Yeah,
but I'm going to go through these spots and I'm going to have a good time because
For sure.
I say it all the
Quality
time. It
comedy,
might not be Seinfeld or Louis C.K., whatever it is, but it's going to be
Quality
good
comedy.
quality comedy.
Yep.
And that's all we have.
That's all we can do. Consistent quality comedy.
That's it. Love it.
For Alan Hill, it's TuRae. We'll cut that other stuff out. Thank you so much for listening
Appreciate
to
y'all,
Bring 'Em
man.
Out.
Thank y'all. Appreciate it. This was dope. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.